Hello everyone, welcome to another one of my London walking videos. I have just got out of Tower Hill tube station with a friend here, intending to go for a quick walk around here, but specifically we wanted to go over to the St Catherine's Docks area. Tower Hill tube station is the nearest place to it, as we can see from the map. But neither of us has been here before. We are not familiar with this area at all, so we got out and got quite lost trying to figure out how on earth to get across to the other side. Also, this was during the Easter Sunday 2019, and as always, normally during the weekends, this entire area will be nice and quiet. There'll be hardly a soul around because Tower Hill is kind of within the square mile, the City of London's area. So I think the City of London is just a purely business, commercial, financial centre. This is where all the banks, building societies, insurance, basically people come here to work and make money. I don't think anyone actually lives around the city. But we got out here on the Easter Sunday and were surprised to find that the place was jam-packed. It was actually quite difficult getting out of the tube station to start off. And as you can see, this is a tube station area here, and it's just full of people. And we didn't know which way to turn, and we didn't know why there were so many people, and everywhere we went there was just a load of barricades, and we got kind of locked in to this area sort of thing. We walked around and just kind of come to a dead end. We couldn't really go far because it was barricade all over the place. Then we finally found out this was the day of the London Marathon. So the marathon kind of runs through here, and they just therefore block the whole place off because of that. So what you're seeing now is just us walking round and round in circles, trying to figure out how on earth to get over to the other side, to St Catherine's Dock. We did ask a few people, but it seems that most of the people around here at the moment are just visitors. They didn't know any better than us. Then we finally went and asked one of the ticket guards, and he seemed to know a bit more and pointed us kind of in the right direction to go. But the whole place was a bit like a labyrinth. It was just really confusing. So we thought we're kind of going the right direction here, but we should have turned left go through this underpass here. But we didn't do that. Instead, we turned right. Ended up going up here and back up into the tube station again. So this was how we managed to get lost for so long. We just ended up going around in circles trying to figure out how on earth to get out, and it took us ages.
Yeah, we've missed empty. Yeah, that's a building.
Now, see that ancient looking structure on the left hand side there? That is the Tower of London. It was built in 1066 during the Norman conquest of England. At the time of its building, it was the tallest structure in London and therefore probably the whole of England. It was built as a royal palace, but gradually it became a kind of royal prison because all the royalties and VIPs who got taken prisoner would be dumped into the tower here, basically awaiting their execution. And I think everyone who went in there as a prisoner ended up being executed and died. But one person survived it and got out of this prison alive, and that was Queen Elizabeth I. And not to be confused with the present Queen Elizabeth II, this Queen Elizabeth I was a long time ago. So yes, she was taken prisoner by her elder sister, Mary, who was Queen of England at the time. So it was Queen Mary who took her younger sister, Elizabeth, as a prisoner for whatever reason, dump her into here. The idea was that to kill Elizabeth off. But luckily, Elizabeth survived it, left this tower, lie low, I guess, and stay quiet until Queen Mary died, childless. Therefore, the crown naturally passed on to Elizabeth, who became Queen Elizabeth I. And yes, Elizabeth's mother was Anne Boleyn, who was the second wife of Henry VIII. Henry VIII was a king with 6 wives, and he basically killed most of them off. He had them beheaded for whatever reason in order that he can marry another wife. So yes, Anne Boleyn was Henry VIII's second wife, who got taken prisoner, dumped into this Tower of London here, and got beheaded here. So if you went in for a guided tour of the Tower of London, the tour guide would probably take you to the spot where Anne Boleyn got beheaded. So both mother and daughter got taken prisoner in this tower here, but luckily the daughter, Elizabeth, survived it to become the Queen of England. Nowadays, the Tower of London is where the crown jewels are kept, and it is also a kind of a tourist hotspot in central London. And being a tourist hotspot, the entrance fees are very expensive. I don't know exactly how much it is nowadays, but the last time I checked a few years ago, it was around about £25. Uh, unless you can get some kind of a promotional ticket, some kind of special discount, it's going to cost you a lot of money to get in to have a look at the place. Here's a marathon I mentioned earlier. We have now come face to face with it. We were actually trying to cross over this road here to get to the other side, St. Catherine's Dock, but it's not happening. The whole place is tightly sealed. We kept walking up and down, hoping to find an opening somewhere to cross over, but no luck. So we got stuck behind this barricade here. We keep finding ourselves walking back towards the tube station, which was not where we wanted to be. We just couldn't get out of here. Everywhere we turned, we were being hemmed in and came to a dead end. In the end, we decided to turn around, walk back, and go through the exact opposite direction towards the city and the square mile and see if we can find a way to get out from there because there's no way we can walk through from where we are at the moment.
Yeah. Just to walk the route. Walk the route, exactly.
We just didn't even realise.
Walk along there, all along the waterfront.
Yeah, the other side, right? Of the Thames.
Yeah.
But the Thames is behind us, right? So it's just behind the Thames still, isn't it? Isn't it? It's behind the tower. The other side as well.
Right, okay. I think we were thoroughly defeated. We just end up going around in circles and not able to get out of here. And then here we are, ending up coming back to the tube station again, where it's still crowded and full of people. So I kind of went over and asked one of the security guards over there on how to get out of here. He finally pointed out a way that he think we would be able to get out, because actually he wasn't sure either. But we followed his advice and luckily it worked and we managed to get out. I think we have finally made it out of the marathon kind of cordon that we got stuck in earlier, and we are now coming to the part of the city where it's nice and quiet, which is typical of what the city of London is like during the weekends. As mentioned earlier, during the weekends, all the shops and offices are closed, so the entire place is empty of people. We are having the whole place to ourselves now. Now, for your information, we are walking up towards this building here. This is 20 Fenchurch Street. It is also known as the walkie-talkie because the shape of the building looks like a walkie-talkie. And the reason I'm mentioning this building is because on one of the upper floors, at the top of the building, there is a section known as the Sky Garden. And in this Sky Garden, there is a viewing platform that give you a really nice panoramic view of London. And the best thing about it is that it is free. You just have to go up on the Sky Garden website and book for your viewing session. So you can't just go in anytime you want. You have to book it in advance. There is another building called the Shard. Now that has a viewing platform as well, but you have to pay for that, and it's £25. We are coming to the end of this video, but the work shall continue into part 2. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye!